In this video, let us see about Indian Express today's newspaper. First article is related to 42 billion investment from Japan. Kishida and Modi says ties deepening. The partnership grows 5 trillion yen investment over 5 years. Agreement on cyber security signed. Hold A2+2 meeting at the earliest. Deepen strategic ties in Indo-Pacific. Enhance supply chain in the region. Narendra Modi, listening Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida Saturday, called out Russian aggression against Ukraine, describing it as a serious development that has shaken the foundation of international order. The partnership of 2014, when both sides agreed of Japanese yen 3.5 trillion investment during 2014 and 19. The new target will provide a scope for greater involvement of Japanese companies in Indian economy. Okay. Continuation of the article, let us see. The elevation of ties to a special strategic and global partnership. The two sides signed pacts on cybersecurity and announced a clean energy partnership. The 2+2 meeting between the foreign and defense minister at the earliest, with US and Russia to condemn Russia's action and has imposed sanctions as well. Efforts are free and open Indo-Pacific. Okay, this is what the article is all about. Next article is related to population of Asia Africa booming, key challenge massive global inequity. Okay, the population expansion in Asia and Africa that result in growth in consumption of protein, which translate to more animal and hence virus and epidemic, climate change and aging population in much of the world, dizzying phase of technological advancement. These are the 5 mega trends. So if the world is going to over 9 million people by 2030 to 2035, over 7 billion are going to be in Asia and Africa, but if you look at the percentage of GDP, it's going to be mismatched. Okay, this is what this article all about. Next article that we are moving into is related, excuse me. Noe said the 5 megatrends raise two key issues: increasing geopolitical upheaval, need for grand reskilling on an unprecedented scale, gap between regulation and technology. Okay. What India cannot do is to invite FDI and then overnight change the rules, and that in some way many investors I talk to get frustrated by that. Okay. Next article is 2 years of COVID take toll of HIV detection in capital. What is it all about? Rather fewer people going to hospital during lockdown, and surge in COVID resulted in decline in the detection of HIV cases over the last 2 years according to the officials. One of the main approach of the program is to routinely test the persons from high risk groups such as sex workers, injection drug users. These are all the peoples, and another was 0.1% of the cases are detected in pregnant women during the antenatal checkups. So most of the cases are usually detected when people go to the hospitals and get tested before the invasive procedures and surgeries. Okay, a person may not show any symptoms of 10 years or more than 10 years HIV infection. The viral infection damages cells of the body's immune system, thereby reducing its ability to fight off the infection effectively. Nearly 5% of the HIV cases are also detected through the referral of the patients from the country's TB program. The patients with HIVs are more prone to getting TB. Okay, delivery of antiretroviral therapy for the persons with HIV. These are all the healthcare initiatives taken by the government. Okay. This is what article is all about. Next is past since pandemic. Suraj Kund Mela restart. Qatar in attendance. Qatar inaugurated the 35th Suraj Kund International Craft Mela on Saturday. Okay, a gap of 2 years due to COVID. Uzbekistan is a partner nation of the fair. Jammu Kashmir is the theme state. Okay, next one is, there is no important article here. Next, let's move into the China comes up in talk between Modi and Kishida. Day after Beijing reached out to New Delhi to revive the bilateral dialogue and set the stage for BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa summit in later this year. India told Japan on Saturday that India-China ties cannot be business as usual unless Ladakh standoff is resolved. Prime Minister also emphasized that India and Japan also, as the two leading powers in Indo-Pacific region, had a shared interest in the safety and security of the maritime domain and freedom. Okay. Next article that is talking about us terror digital cooperation figure in the summit. Strong language against Pakistan for terror attack, humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan, nuclear non-proliferation pact on cooperation in 5G, cybersecurity, import of Japanese apples and export of Indian mangoes. On terrorism, two leaders reiterated condemnation of terrorist attacks in India, including 26/11 Mumbai and Pathankot attack, and called upon Pakistan to take resolute and irreversible action against the terrorist network operating out. On Afghanistan, Prime Minister expressed their intention to collaborate closely to realize the peace and stability in Afghanistan and stressed the importance. Afghan territory cannot be used for sheltering, training and planning or financing terrorist act. The importance of early entry into the comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty, that is CTBT. Okay, to launch sustainable development initiative for the northeastern region of India, as well as the initiative of strengthening bamboo value chain. They also flagged India's approval to import of Japanese apple and relaxation procedures for Indian mangoes export to Japan. On cybersecurity, leaders discussed the India-Japan digital partnership with a view to enhancing the digital economy through the promotion of joint projects for digital transformation, collaboration in the areas of Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and emerging technologies. Looking forward to attracting more highly skilled Indian IT professionals to contribute to the Japanese ICT sector. To encourage manufacturing in India, Prime Minister expresses satisfaction on the progress in flagship bilateral cooperation projects of Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail. Okay, this is what the article is all about. Next article that we are moving into is related to Zelensky tells Russia to hold talks or suffer for generation. The article is about Russia said its hypersonic missile called Kinzhal has destroyed a large underground depot of missile and aircraft ammunition in the western Ivano-Frankivsk region. Hypersonic weapons can travel faster than 5 times the speed of. All you need to know about here is what is hypersonic missile and how it travels. It travels faster than 5 times the speed of sound. That is what is all about the article. That you need to know about in the article. Okay, next article is about UK tables online safety bill, how it seeks to regulate the big tech course. UK government has introduced the online safety bill in British Parliament, put forth UK Office of Communication. The bill proposes the executives of social media platforms whose companies fail to cooperate with Ofcom information. Request can now face prosecution or jail time within 2 months of the bill becoming a law instead of 2 years, as it was previously drafted. These executives will be held criminally liable for destroying evidence, failing to attend or providing false information in interviews. Okay. Encrypted private messaging services will have to use the accredited technology to identify the child sexual exploitation abuse content. Okay, and swiftly take down that content. Major service providers will also need to make clear in their terms of service what legal content is acceptable on their site and provide user-friendly ways to complain when things go wrong. The proposed law will put a requirement on social media firms to protect the journalism and democratic political debate on their platform. News content will be completely exempt from any regulation under the bill. Furthermore, social media platforms will be required to tackle the legal but harmful content such as exposure to self-harm, harassment, eating disorders set up by the government approved by the parliament. Okay. The continuation of the article is about under the new IT rules, the amendments which kicked in last year. Messaging service within more than 5 million users in India like WhatsApp, Signal and Signal needs to enable identification of the first originator of the particular message. The companies like Meta, Twitter, WhatsApp to appoint a chief complaints officer to ensure that their platform or complained with the law. However, the chief complaint officer can be held liable in any proceedings related to the third party content. Let us see the continuation in the next article, next video. Bye. Take care.